Na 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 na.
What is going on, everybody? What's going on? Good evening and good riddance. No, I'm just playing. But look, everyone, welcome to the live show. My name is Tyrone Brown Jr. And of course, y'all know what today is. Look, I appreciate each and every one of you that are joining us. Y'all know. Look, we got a real sound interview. Matter of fact, we got two people on the interview line today. But before they come in, I just want to say thank you to Jackie Roper Jr. and Fox Glen Marketing. Man, y'all, thebomb.com. So thank you, Jack. I appreciate you so much, man. You've been hanging with me. It's coming up on a year that Fox Glen Marketing and the Life Show have been in partnership. And so I'm so glad about that. Look, if you are joining us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, even on Facebook Live, we appreciate you. So thank you for joining us. Also, for those of you that are joining us on the radio, yes, that's what I said, on the radio, that is on Hoosier Heat Radio. Man, look, we appreciate you, and I hope that you are able to enjoy the sounds of everything that's going on. And so I'm just excited. Y'all know I usually be over the top. That's my personality. I can't help it, but I'm still like that. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you all for doing everything that y'all do to continue to support the live show. For everything that's going on, we have had two more podcasts join us. And so, look, they'll be coming up, if I'm not mistaken, this week and next week. And so we're going to get y'all those promos a little bit later on in the show. So I'm glad about the network. The network is growing, expanding. And so, look, even if you want your podcast, give me a call, man. Give me a call. Or you can give Jackie Roper Jr. a call. Look, we'll hook you up, all right? And we have affordable pricing for you to have your own podcast and produce, so that all you got to do is, look, put your time in, and guess what? Everything else is done for you, all right? And so I'm appreciative. Look, I got some out-of-town folk. I hope y'all sharing this. I got some Southern folk, all right? I got some down south folk coming and joining in on the Live Show podcast. And so I'm going to go ahead and introduce to some and present to others my new friends, okay? My new friends, they are, they're coming to us by way of Memphis, Tennessee, also by way of Florida. Man, they from everywhere. And then guess what? Check it out. Yeah, sound that alarm. Guess what? New York is in the house. All right. So y'all don't want to miss it. All right. And so I'm gonna bring in Chris first. Chris, are you there, man?
Yeah,
C-Dubb. Man, he's here, y'all. The champ is here. Boom, 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 boom. The champ is here. Boom, 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 boom. Look, these are my people, man. These are my people. Look, you got the Duchess on, man. You got DJ Steady. Man, we all up in here. How y'all
What's
doing?
going on?
It was
How you
popping.
doing, Todd? What's popping?
Man, look, I'm so excited. I'm probably about jumping up out of my chair right now. Don't mind me. You know, that's just when these lights come on, it be over.
It be over, huh? You ready? Ready, set, go. Let's go. Let's do this. What's up?
Man, let's do this. And so, look, first, I want to go to Chris. I want to introduce you. Chris is the maker of and the owner of the Chris and Chris show, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all, look, give it up for Chris C-Dubb Gross, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm very good, man. Just kind of exhausted, been overdoing it, but hey, I got some more energy in me right now.
Yeah, man. Well, you usually come with the energy like I do. You know, you usually come with the energy like I do. So it's all good. But I tell you like this, C-Dubb, can you tell us a little bit about, you know, your show and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, most definitely. I can most definitely do that. Yeah, the Chris and Chris podcast show, man. I'm on my green screen side right now. But my Chris and Chris podcast show is really centered around industry news, hot topics, interviewing celebrity guests, and things thereof, and talking about things that affect us in our world today. And things like that. So that's what the Chris and Chris show mainly is about. Just to, just to keep it on the surface.
That's what's up, man. Well, I want to get into tell us about you. Where you come from, Chris?
Well, man, this planet way out there on Jupiter. But no, I'm originally from Chicago, and I live here in Memphis. Been here since '96, back and forth. But originally from the west side of Chicago. You know, been a love of music, singer, songwriter all my life. 2012, started managing a group that was signed with one of the biggest indie labels and award-winning group, 3-6 Mafia. And life just took off from there.
Yeah, man. So again, Chris, look, welcome to the show. I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for tuning in and chiming in. We gonna hear some more from Chris. But we gonna go all the way from Memphis, and then we gonna hit. Matter of fact, let's hit New York first. Let's hit New York first. This is the Duchess, y'all. She is the co-host of the Who They Want podcast. Man, Duchess, welcome.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Todd? Thanks for having
I'm
me.
good.
Having us, rather. Who They Want is excited
Absolutely.
to be here tonight.
Bags.
Definitely.
Very
Well,
excited.
tell us a bit about yourself and, you know, where you from and all of that good stuff.
Well, I'm from New York, born and raised from New York, you know, whole life.
Yeah.
Right now I'm actually in the South. You know, my cousin recently passed away, so but born and raised.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's why right now I'm just a little, you know, just a little kind of laid back and everything. But born and raised in New York, and everything. And you know,
Okay.
I teamed up with Steady on a Who They Want podcast show. Once he had me on his show as a guest, because I was on his show, you know, giving him some information and the audience some information about my app for my company, Everything Entertainment Expo. I have an app called The Block. It's actually for independent, unsigned artists to come on there to network, and anybody from any walks of life, actually, because we have everybody on that network that come. You got people, politicians that come on there. We got authors, and you just come on there and network, you know. People come on in. They actually wind up collaborating with one another, promoting their brands. I let people promote their brands on the site. So I started that app up, and it caught his attention. But
Okay.
basically, I'm from New York. Right now, I am currently working on a doctorate degree. So I'm going like hard, doing everything, the podcast, the doctorate degree, my regular 9 to 5 and everything. But, I started the podcast with him, and ever since then, it's been taking off. Love it. We have some team and everything. So, and it's something I've never really looked into it, but once I came on with Steady and I was a co-host one night, I was like, "Hey, this is all right. I like this and stuff."
So, like, this is dope.
Yeah, this is dope.
Good deal. Well, what made you, what made you get into this podcasting thing? And of course, we all have our niches, but what is your niche?
My niche is I'm a people person. Yeah. I'm a people person. I like to connect with people. I'm direct, I'm blunt and stuff. So I think, yeah. Why are you saying that, Tom? Why are you saying that?
Look, hey, she don't play. That deadline, she needs that.
And I just like people. I'm a people person. And then I like Chris, I also have a love for entertainment and music, especially. And I seen a while back that there was platforms for every other thing except for like entertainers to come on and network, So basically my company was like the LinkedIn for entertainers, entertainers, authors, playwrights, songwriters, producers, singers, whatever you are, to come on and network. And, when I teamed up with Steady, I was like, oh, well, this is another place where I can actually, bring artists on as well, to help them, with people from all walks of life, to help them get their brand out, whatever it is they're trying to do. We all trying to do something, so we all need support. So, why not? So, but that's my niche. I'm a people person. I like connecting with people. I don't mind reaching out to people for anything. And, I want to see people win too.
I can hear that New York twang in your voice.
The New York twang. So who do I sound like to you? Because I done got everything from Remy Ma to whoever. But who do I sound like to you? You saying that the New York twang?
No, you're authentic. Don't get it twisted. You authentic. You're authentically the Duchess.
I was born and raised.
You are authentically the Duchess, but your New York twang, you can hear when people from New York. You just hear it in they throat.
Well, yeah, I'm from the borough, so it's Wendy. Somebody telling me Wendy now. Wow, that's a new one. Wendy Williams.
No. No. So look, I'm so happy to have you on this show because again, you're so distinguished. You are such a gift, knowing your administrative skills. So thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, again, thank you for having us, and thank you for the compliments. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, we go from New York, and we gonna come right back down south to Florida to DJ Steady, the man that started this Who They Want podcast. Man, DJ Steady is in the building, y'all.
What's good on my podcast, people? What's good?
It's good, man. It's good. And so, man, look, just tell us about yourself and, where you come from and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, you know me, I'm from Quincy, Florida, outside of the capital, Tallahassee, you did. Little small city. And, well, as a person born with a disability, I took my podcast skills to kind of put a new outlet on my life and the way I view things and created this Who They Want motto of like whatever doctors and people would tell me I couldn't accomplish, I became who they want behind everything you say I couldn't be. And I was like, you know what? You keep telling me what I can't be. Give me about 15 minutes. Let me, cross some T's and dot some I's. And I come back stronger than ever. And you know what I'm saying? Like Duchess has said, when me and her linked up, it turned from a hobby to like, now you really know what you're doing with this podcast game. And now we internationally known all over the globe. doing major networking, you know, alongside with great guests, real talk with real people. You never know what you're getting out of a Who They Want day when it comes to us putting together content.
Man, look, y'all got so many different platforms, and you know, talk about the different platforms that you guys host on the Who They Want podcast.
Well, with the different platforms, is basically taking Everything Entertainment Expo and taking Who They Want Entertainment LLC, and you merge them together to create what I call like the ultimate brand for independent entrepreneurs to kind of network. You know, you meet different people from all varieties, all walks of life, and you just be like, yo, I want y'all to come have some real talk. We don't do no scripts. We ain't pulling no TMZs. We might pull up whatever, you know, we can research in our notes. We're going to pull something. So if you don't want to disclose it, you got like a 48-hour clearance to tell us what we're not supposed to talk about. But then again, as you hear in every intro, we do everything that they don't do. So you might as well get prepared, because we're going to take over with every walks of life and networking we do. I love what we do.
I love it. And I mean, look, it's skill, it's finesse, it's beauty, it's brains, it's, you know, then it's got all of this stuff mushed up into one, and now they got the Who They Want podcast. You can't get no better than that.
Facts.
So look, we came together. I'm gonna just tell y'all a backstory, you know, of how we got together first. Okay. And Chris and I, we met each other first. Because through Steve. And Steve, he connected us. He was like, hey, Tyrone, I got somebody I think I want you to meet. And man, I think y'all be good together. So me and Chris talking on the phone. Next thing you know, we all put in a group. And he was like, wait a minute, hold on. I need to introduce you to Stedman. And I'm like, man, hey, Steve, you're taking me too fast, man. I don't know what we're doing. But once we were all put in the same chat, now we started communicating and like putting things and ideas together. And I wanna go around the table and each of your niche. Chris, I want you to be able to talk about what your niche is with the Chris and Chris podcast, and you also have another podcast that you started, and talk about that as well.
Okay, well, I guess my niche would be communicating to the people and being able to convey my message across. As I said, Chris and Chris also talks about deep topics and subjects and things that affect us in our world. So a lot of the times it will be messages and things that I've researched to find out the authenticity of it is what it is that I'm speaking about. So I'll say that right there is one of my niches for the Chris and Chris show. The Indie Live Spot, one of my niches is also too conveying the information with indie artists, because that's why I started the Indie Live Spot. It was a place for the indie artists platform to where the indie artists could come there, debut their single or video thereof, and also kind of open themselves up to the audience and the age demographics of those that listen to their style of music or genre of music. So it really was that right there. So that was my niche, being able to bring them on my platform and bring their fans into their world. So we kind of like mend them together so people can see, oh, I have the same common interest as this indie artist. Oh, let me start listening to his music. So that was my niche.
Man, that's awesome, man. And so look, I'm excited. I'm not gonna give the surprise away. We working on something. We working on something big. All four of us. We're working on something big, and it's gonna, it's gonna be released a little bit later. But we putting our four heads together, And actually, I'm gonna bring in my producer, which is Jackie Roper Jr. I'm gonna bring him in to see what he can add to what we're doing, because I think that he can help with everything that he's done for the Life Show podcast. I think that he really see y'all now. Y'all able to see what he's able to do with the opening and all of those things, and I think that it will be solid. It's gonna be solid. And so, first off, I want to talk about, even in Who They Want podcast, how are you guys affecting the areas, and what is your target market for those areas?
Well, we're affecting the areas a lot with the artists, singers, rappers, anybody in the music industry. Our target areas is like global, because we don't have everybody on our show from Africa, Ireland, the United Kingdom. So, and that's what we looking to do. We want to be globally known, which we already are. So it's basically the artist who's our target market. But again, like you said, we welcome everybody, whether you're not an artist, you're behind the scenes, whatever it is you do, because even behind the scenes, from marketing, from, styling, makeup artists, people trying to get you got people out there that's fashion people, that all combines and comes in. So that's our market. Anything in the entertainment industry, we're taking.
Entertainment. And so, music, that's the area that you guys are focusing on, the music and entertainment area, to really. And what other interviews have you guys done, with, artists and different things of that sort?
Well, as far as other interviews, that's like maybe outside of artists. I don't know if that's what you're getting at. Recently, we just had Do-It-All, Dupree Do-It-All Kelly from Lords of the Underground. He's actually running for city councilman in Newark, New Jersey. He was just on the show last Thursday. So again, it's from all walks of life. We'd have politicians on the show, which is he fall under
authors. When we say we do it all, we bring entrepreneurs,
fashion people,
nurses. We done had health experts,
credit, financial literacy experts for credit repair.
Exactly.
So educators.
The list goes on. Like, it's hard to just think right off the top of the head, but it's like the catalog is extensive when you mention it.
But see, that's what I like, because we in the podcasting industry, I know the podcasting industry, it really wasn't big at one time. Right. They kind of pushed us to the side, like, well, they underground, nobody really want to look at them. But people are watching more and more podcasts today than ever, and so we affect a lot of what goes on in the world, because we now have a voice out there, to project what we want to see. We're the voice of the people.
Of course, definitely. And I think also coming off, well, basically not even coming off, we kind of still in the pandemic, but at the beginning of the pandemic, that's when you heard of like a lot of podcasts is just blowing up. People needed more channels for entertainment, just not, instead of watching TV, listening to music, they needed something else. So that's where podcast life, played an important role.
Definitely. Hey, Chris, as far as you, what have you had on the Chris and Chris show, the demographic, and the interviews, different things that would really, that people need to see?
Well, I will say this much right here. Whom I've had on the show, that where people need to see and not just only see, but something they need to go and check out. And even do business with this black-owned company. His brother named Eric Smith, who stays here in Memphis, and he has his own business to where he's helping black brothers and sisters learn financial literacy. He's helping them out of financial literacy, because that's a major factor that's happening in our community. as a whole throughout the United States. So this black brother, yeah, young brother, he has a whole lot of other younger black brothers and sisters who he has recruited, and they're going out helping other people with credit and stuff like that. So having him on my show, that was one of my best shows because it was not just only him. It was not just only the fact that I had a young black brother that was doing something, had other younger black brothers and sisters, and motivating and inspiring them to help others. It was the fact that it was for a worthy cause. It was something that was informative for people.
Man, that's real. That's real. And man, I'm so proud to be connected with such great people that are doing some great things in the industry. This right here. This is what it's all about. I believe this is connecting with people and coming together with people to make a difference in the world. So I think that is major. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to a 1 minute commercial break, one minute and 10 seconds or so commercial break real quick. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk with them about even their plans for their podcast. And then we're going to talk about even their tags, where to reach them, how to get in contact with their podcast. We're going to talk about all of that when we come back. Look, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, stay locked in right here to the Life Show podcast. We are coming back in just a couple of seconds, in just a minute.
We'll be back.
Smoking this peanut butter cause it's strong. Damn it, I'm stoned. My ex just text me, I ain't texting her back. What? The fuck is she on? My cousins is tripping and that is a fact. What the fuck are they on? I met me a real when we back to count stacks. That's what the fuck we on. Ooh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, all that you saw was produced by Fox Glen Marketing and Jackie Roper Jr. Welcome back to the Life Show podcast. The graphics and all of those good things, that was all done by Jackie. This guy, man, he's the brains behind this. All of the production back here. And so I am so appreciative that we connected coming up on a year ago that Jackie and I, we connected and we formed a partnership. And so we have been going ever since, and I am so glad. But ladies and gentlemen, what we have and who we have tonight is we have guests from the Chris and Chris show, which is Chris C-Dubb Gross. And then we have the cast from the WhoDeyWant podcast, talking about DJ Steady and the Duchess. All right. And so I'm glad that they are here with us. Also, for those of you that did not know, look, we are on live on the radio. We're on live on the radio, on internet radio, on Who's Your Heat Radio tonight. And so if you're not able to watch it on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or even Twitch, look, you can go ahead and download that free Who's Your Heat Radio app, and then you can tune into the show and listen to it. All right. And so again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to have these distinguished guests from New York, from Memphis, as well as Florida. And so I want to start with Who They Want. I want you to talk about how many days a week do you guys operate?
Wow. I mean, sometimes we go 5 days, sometimes we go 7 days, you know. You know, we do get burnt out. We do need rest and everything. But you know, lately, right now, we booked up with guests, especially for Artistry Tuesday, all the way until mid-June. So they coming in, and then you know, we have some guests who might just pop up on us and be like, "Oh, hey, you know, I want to come on your platform," and we try to squeeze them in. So we're basically like a Monday through Sunday operation. You know, occasionally weekends, but basically a Monday through Friday.
Okay, gotcha. And that's, you know, most podcasts, they have a what do you call it? A once a week kind of podcast on a specific day. But you guys are all through. Excuse me, and that's where, you know, that's what we're doing. We're on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, now Saturdays beginning this week. So we're on 6 days, 6 days a week, and we have different podcasts that are coming on. What are, you know, the focus of each show? Is every show about interviews, or is it different shows that you have, that different platforms?
Well, it's all about what we do is each day of that particular week when we schedule something has a specific theme. So once we book somebody, rather they're an artist or an author or something like that, we try to suit the energy for that particular content. And when we sit down, we bring that focus point being on their specific niche or their business or their brand. So it's not like you just cram a bunch of days of the week and just everybody interview. Because it might be a day where just me, Dutch, and, you know, Kyle will jump on and be like, we just want to talk to the audience just this particular day, just to catch up, see how everybody's doing, and then kind of hype up what big events that we have, you know, cooked up in the lab.
And then and then sometimes, unfortunately, we do have guests that might cancel at the last minute, but we still want to keep the show going, and because we love our audience, so we just have to get up there and freestyle it sometimes, you know, and give them a shout. So it could be anything, you know.
You know, I always say every day that consistency is the key to breakthrough. Anytime that you have somebody consistent, you know, it's just like when you see the homeless guy passing on the street, you know that homeless guy is going to be there every single time, and we consistently pass him. And now here it is that you start to understand or know his name, know what his habits are, but then you begin to know him as he's there. And so it's the same thing with podcasting. Someone is going to know you're there if you keep on putting yourself in their face. And that's the big thing. So I'm glad that you guys are consistent, because that's what I believe our world lacks. We lack consistency. You know.
Well, we've got to become a household name. I'm sorry. Go ahead though.
Say that again.
No, I said we want to become a household name.
Man, I see. That's what I'm telling you. This lady right here, y'all watch out for her, because she Did you say that you coming up on your doctorate degree?
Yes, I am. Well, I actually still got 3 more semesters. Yes, business administration.
And what?
Business administration.
See, I know it. I know it. This lady is gonna be she is gonna be somebody's CEO and president. If it's not her own, it's gonna definitely be she take over something.
I'm already a CEO, but go ahead.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So, you know, I hear multi-billion-dollars, you know, coming out of your
here.
You know, that's what it is. You know, I love your spirit, and man, that's how we all connected because I love good-hearted people. You know, Chris, man, I want you to tell us about the Chris and Chris show. What you got coming up? You know, what's all in the bag, man? What you got? What you doing over there?
Well, in business, you know, it's things that you're doing in business and you hadn't quite locked them in. You don't speak about them per se, but just say that, just know that I can hit you in the fact that I'm plugging with some guys and we've been able to do some things that can involve you guys, depending on you guys, you know, availability and how you guys want to expand in the different market. But I plugged with some people. And it's just really what my company Sound Like Management book promotion. The Chris and Chris show and the Indie Live Spy will be a part of this. It's basically and stuff like that. Going to different cities. So I'll get a chance to talk to you guys about that more so off air. Because I don't want to give nobody no idea that'll be watching this or whatever. But yeah, so some things that haven't been solidified yet, but yeah, it's an idea that nobody haven't tried yet, and it's something that that I've talked with a few important people, and so we plan on launching this and having this done by 2023. But going ahead with the process. Yeah, so some things of that nature right there that I got going on. As far as the Chris and Chris show, man, I'm just, you know, just trying to continue just getting subscribers and getting a bigger audience and growing the podcast. That's really the ultimate goal, man. Try to have it so that where it's paying for itself. Right now, the Indie Live Spot, that's where the funding is coming from. But I prefer both of them doing what they're supposed to do because I invest the money in both parts.
Man, that's good. I love, you know. I want to say this too. With Chris, see, never think that you don't only one. Never think that you the only one out here that's doing something. Man, this guy right here, man, he be up like at dark 30 in the morning. Like, man, look, I love this stuff. And he'll go to sleep, I want to say like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then be right back up 7 o'clock in the morning, posting in the group. And so when you can find
4 a.m. in the morning.
Say that again.
Try 4 a.m. in the morning or 3 a.m. in the morning, waking right back up about 6:30 or 7. You feel me? Because here's the thing, it ain't about the podcast. Hold on for a second. Just 1 second.
Man, I love what he, and I've seen him not be. Look, there it is.
This right here, this didn't come from podcasting. This is the artist that I manage right here. This is
certified.
This is
wait a minute, put that up a little bit. Oh my goodness, that's from Spotify.
5,000 streams. Wow. That's
I can't. Besides that, I'm wearing more than one hat. So as I told y'all, I'm you know, it don't stop. I'm servicing artists. Artists are hitting me up every day. I got artist interviews and I got people live spot. You know, then I got guests that I'm hitting up. I got to do their promotion. Like I got 5 guests that I got coming on the show. and I got to do their promotion that I haven't even done.
Mm.
This is just the Chris and
Man.
Chris is on that, not even the Indie Live spot. And then I got artists, I got showcases that I'm booking, I got this podcast too I'm putting together. So when I go to sleep, it's like I'm missing something, and 9 times out of 10, I do. So,
Man, how did you start the Chris and Chris show?
my youngest son, it wasn't something that I promise you me. With all these hats I'm wearing, it was not a choice to put on another hat or two, you know.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was, I'm over at my youngest son's house, and we talking, and my oldest son, he's over there visiting as well. And we talking, and and they grown, and then we just talking and stuff. And my youngest son was just talking real analytical, like on some behind the scenes stuff about the baby, and it was some stuff that I didn't know that my son was talking, and it was, and in my mind, I'm like, this young brother. I didn't say young brother, of course, but I he needed him a podcast show. And then I spoke it out loud to him, and he was like, well, what you gonna do? So I started buying podcast equipment once I asked him, was he gonna be serious about it? But our children, man, they say one thing to another. I got the bug after having so much, about $5,000 for equipment stacked over in the room and stuff, and I'm looking at it every time I come in. I just started putting stuff together.
That is what's up. So how long have you been going now, Chris?
2020. I did my first show a year or so ago. My first show probably about a year or so ago. I'm gonna tell you, my first show that I did, that's when Jada Pinkett, August Alsina had the entanglement.
Okay.
Got it.
And so it was the summer, July, something like that. It was somewhere around that time. But anyway, I kicked off, and it wasn't no banners. It wasn't no. I had an office chair. I didn't even know nothing about no race car chairs or nothing. I had an office chair, and I bought my first microphone that I bought, a flip-on microphone and I clipped it to a chair, but you couldn't see it. All you saw was the microphone hanging up here. You guys see my face? You couldn't see nothing. All you saw was just the microphone coming up here, and I go live and and record myself. I didn't know about editing or nothing.
Wow.
And I just kept going and looking at other people's podcasts, and I noticed people had banners, and I said, I need to give me a banner. You feel me?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm seeing other people, they background putting themselves in the Bahamas. Like, how they do that? Okay, you find how they do that. And that's how I just was motivated, because it was for my young son, but he abandoned me. So
oh man. But look, I want to ask the who they
I'll tell you right now, from the bottom of my heart, fuck these kids.
he abandoned
Look,
me.
I want to ask the Who They Want podcast. How long have y'all been started?
We coming up on 2 years for us. This September make 2 years in the books. But before Duchess joined in the ranks and did her thing, I definitely got like a year and some months under my belt, working hardly working, booking people.
Yeah.
It's that moment where you got tired of talking to yourself and like you got a microphone, you got all this stuff sitting in your room. Instead of talking to yourself, just start talking to people and get a bag at it. Like just work your way up the totem pole. And then after Duchess gave me the whole stop 10-4 and everybody you was putting on the show, I put some random people and they got outrageous a couple of episodes. And she was like, that was enough of that. We weren't doing 8 people to a podcast no more. And the masterpiece is going.
You had 8 people.
I kid you not.
He had 8 people on the podcast. He had to call people and wake them up 2 minutes before the show. I was like, no, I can't do this. No, no. You gotta get rid of baby kids, hon. No, that's not going down like that.
Okay, she clean house and she put that Duchess crap.
But I was like, oh well, look where we at now.
So she helped organize you, Steady, right?
Yep. She definitely she gets that. She definitely did that. She was like, look, you could either keep powwowing with all your little friends and like not see a future in what you have so much potential in doing, or you can, do this Everything Entertainment Expo deal and you can really show people how to really be a boss. And it's like we teach each other and we grow together.
No, that's production. Look, he was just playing some background saying, I'm not playing that game with y'all.
No.
But look, a lot of times we need a woman to come in to really help us organize. A lot of times we have vision, but we don't have everything put together to where it needs to be.
Right.
And we do need a woman to come in and stabilize everything and organize things if we are not an organizer.
Right.
And so, a lot of times men, we are not organizers. I ain't even lie. I'm not that organized, but I know how to keep things stable. Chris, man, where do you get all of the help, or is you the only help?
Me and God. I have people. I source. So here's the thing. Well, mainly the stuff that you guys been seeing, all the editing and stuff like that, and all this been coming from me. I'm learning, like I said, and it's just my motivation, it's just my drive. So it's kind of like it's kind of like when I'm excited about something and I see it, then it's no sleep. It's like I've been challenged myself to do it. Like I was looking for, I seen this banner that this girl had, and she put her face inside the cell phone, and it was for marketing for her podcast. And I said to myself, how could I do it? One of the interviews that I did yesterday with this guy, he had his own podcast. He's more advanced than me. And so what he said to me, I told him about the same idea, and I told him it was just things that I'm trying to learn. And he was like, hey, you can do that. And of course I know that, but I hadn't really told that to myself. And so it's a software that I have that you have to pay for every month, but I don't, I got it. And I went inside of it, and he told me that this software does this. So I don't know if you guys go on my Facebook and look at the story, but what you see, that new marketing for the Chris and Chris show, I just created it probably about 2 hours ago.
Dope. Wow. Definitely dope.
You feel me? And
sent me that, but I didn't get it.
You said what?
I think you meant to send me that, but I didn't get it on the last
message. Yeah, I wanted to, but I know
it comes up on your story, right, Chris?
Yeah, if you go on the story, you'll see it, but I'll send it to you, Duchess. But it was something that I created within the last 2 hours. Something that normally I would have been paid someone to do because it's got my logos and the places to where and I took my time and did it within 2 hours, and then just everything that I needed and wanted was in this software that someone sent me. So I have people that's doing it right there. So it's just a blessing that I got people where if I need something that costs, I got somebody I can hit up, or I know what buttons to push in order to be able to represent what it is that I need or get what it is I need done. Because when I see it, I gotta get it out of my head. I can't just let it sit there. It'll bother me. Yeah. So I'm podcast until I make it get to where I needed to get. And then just because I got like probably about 10 episodes of different things that I need to edit to as well. And we're not even talking about the live spot. We're talking about just stuff that I'm gonna be doing that now my audience is taking a liking to me. So
man, that's hot, man. I love your drive, Chris. Because can't nobody stop a working man. I don't care who you are, where you are, what you do. Can't nobody stop a working man but himself. And so, man, I'm thankful, man, that y'all come on, that y'all came on here to be with me. I want you all to give your tags so that people know how to get in contact with you to get on your show for interviews, how to get in contact with your show. Duchess, I want you to give your social platform and all of that. So I'm gonna start with the Who They Want podcast. I want you to give all of your tags so people know exactly who you are and where to find you.
Okay. Well, I'm on IG, of course. The Duchess is second to no. The Duchess is second to no one. And that's not the underscore Duchess underscore is second to no one. Facebook, my government, Natasha Colson. But in parentheses, you do see Duchess. I just started TikTok, so TikTok is the same thing. The Duchess is second to no one. Okay, and what else? Yeah, Everything Entertainment Expo. That is my company, and it has an app called The Block. It's free in all app stores, so just go download Everything Entertainment Expo. And the Duchess, the second to no one, on there too. And that's all my platforms.
Nice. And so, DJ Steady.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your tags. Matter of fact, Duchess, did you give your social your social what is that?
Social media. Everything Entertainment Expo. The Block. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You go download Everything Entertainment Expo, and it comes up as The Block in the app stores, or you can go to my you go to my bio and just click on a link. Just go to my bio and click on a link, and it come right up and everything.
Gotcha.
And you just download The Block, and it pop up as app on your phone, free.
Okay.
No charges or anything.
Nice. Good. Thank you so much. DJ Steady.
What you say?
DJ Steady, can you give all of your stuff?
Okay. Of course, IG is DJ Steady of WDW Podcast. You can catch me on The Block as well. DJ Steady under Everything Entertainment Expo. Facebook is Stedman. DJ Steady, Are You Ready, Sap? And of course, you can check out the podcast page. It's Who They Want Entertainment LLC crossover Everything Entertainment Expo. You dig? And that's all I got.
Nice, man. Look, it's a pleasure, an honor to have you on, man. Now, Chris, man, can you give all your tags? And for everybody that's listening out there, can you give all your tags so that people know how to get in contact with the Chris and Chris show?
Okay.
We don't see Chris. I see Steady.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you show Chris?
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I got you, Chris.
You could have spoke for me. We could have did some ventriloquist type shit going on. Anyway, yeah, man, you guys can find me on social media on all platforms. Matter of fact, you guys can find me on LinkedIn at Christopher C-Dubb Ross. You guys can find me on Facebook at Christopher C-Dubb Ross. You guys can find me on IG at C_Dub 4747. And you guys can, yeah, that's it right there. The Chris and Chris show also on Facebook. Yeah, the Chris and Chris with the symbol and the Chris and Chris show on Facebook. There you go right there.
Man, look, y'all have done my heart good. And this ain't the last that you'll hear of, of this spearhead right here. This ain't the last that you'll hear or see of them. We got some things that's lining up that we're still discussing, and y'all gonna see more of them.
One thing when you get a chance. I forgot to mention, and I don't know if Steady mentioned, but as far as the Who They Want podcast, all you have to do is go to all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and just put in Who They Want and our podcast show network. All our shows will come up, and you can catch all the shows live when they come on. Just by typing Who They Want on all the platforms.
Yes. Man, look, I have had a blast with you all tonight. And again, thank you so much. Again, thank you to the Who They Want Cast. Thank you to Chris from the Chris and Chris podcast show. Man, appreciate you all. Look, let's give them a big round of applause. I'm so glad. Look, we got New York, we got Memphis, Tennessee, and on top of that, we got Florida up in the house. We gonna get on up out of here. Until next time, look, this is the Right Show podcast. I'm your host, Tyrone Brown Jr. Look, take care, be safe. Guess what? Peace. Blessings. Na 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 na.